Good evening, everybody. Thank you for those of you who have stayed. Welcome to those who are here to hear the candidates for state office. Let me run down the format briefly. Each candidate will be given 30 seconds to introduce themselves. We'll entertain questions from the audience. If you have a question that you want to ask, you can flag down a runner who will supply pencil and paper for you to write your question down with, and they will get them up to the front. Could we have our runners, the folks who are collecting questions, please hold up their hands so keep them up for a couple of seconds so everybody can see who you are. So just look out for these folks and wave at them if you want to give them a question, get one written. Each question, please, when you write your questions, direct them to, we prefer you not to direct them to individual candidates, but instead to the office, state senators, state house, legislature. We will give each candidate 1 minute to answer each of the questions that is posed. And I will ask the candidates for their forbearance in terms of doing their best to stick to the 1 minute limit for answers. So let's start with introductions. I'll start on my far left. Thank you.
My name is Terry Hartman. I'm a holistic rancher, small business owner, family man from Sanders, Idaho. I'm a strong fighter. I'll fight for proactive solutions that improve the quality of life in District 5 in Idaho if you elect me. I'd like your vote on May 15th in the Democratic primary. Thank you.
And I take it, Katie, do we have Lorien up on the screen? Ms. Sorensen, do you want to introduce yourself?
Hello out there. I actually see faces I recognize. It's wonderful. My name's Lorien Sorensen, and I am a candidate for District 5, Seat B. I have lived in Moscow since 2003, and those 15 years have rushed by. I love the quality of life here on the Palouse. I believe in keeping public lands public, providing health insurance to our Gap population, making our policies across the state uniform, common and general, just like our Constitution promises, and connecting Idahoans with good-paying jobs in thriving towns. I am a lawyer and a mediator in Moscow.
Thank you.
That means I'm a professional
We're going
problem
to move on
solver
to the
and a
next
trained
person.
listener. And I hope you will support me.
It's got to be hard. I'm sure she didn't see the stop sign. Either way. So, all right. Thank you.
Thank you all for being here. This is actually, I'm Archie Gannon. I live in St. Mary's, and we don't get this many people out unless it's a football game. But I have spent the last 40 years in St. Mary's. I was on the school board for 16 years and city council for 2. And I really think I have something to bring to the table and would appreciate your vote, but I appreciate you coming and listening to everybody that's here tonight. Thank you.
Thank you.
Hi, my name is David Nelson, and I'm running for State Senate as a Democrat in District 5. I grew up on a farm in Genesee. I got an engineering degree from the University of Idaho and an advanced degree from the University of Massachusetts. I worked for Chevron Oil for a number of years, and then I founded a software company down in the San Francisco Bay Area. I was able to move part of that back up into Moscow about 20 years ago, where I've been able to raise my 2 daughters, Amanda and Kate, with my wife, Nancy, who's an elementary school teacher in Pullman. So, looking forward to your questions.
Thank you very much.
Good evening, everybody, and I would also like to thank the League of Women Voters for putting on this forum tonight, and I would especially like to thank the audience for coming and being interested enough to hear us speak. So, I'm Marshall Comstock. I'm a candidate for District 5 Senate, and I've lived in Latah County for the past 45 years, and I am a 1976 graduate from the University of Idaho. I have a degree in agriculture and in forestry. After I graduated from the university, my first job was working on a
That'll have to leave a mystery. We'll have to leave it a mystery. Thank you very much.
Good evening, everybody. I'm Idaho State Senator Dan Foreman. I represent Benoit County and Latah County. My thanks to the league for putting on this event tonight. It's nice that you do that, and thanks to all of you for caring enough about state government and local government to come out and participate. Look forward to answering your questions.
Thank you.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Caroline Nelson-Troy, and I live at Genesee. I am a fifth generation Idaho farm girl. I know how to pick rocks and build fence. My daughters are the fourth generation of my family to graduate from the University of Idaho, and I work very hard to represent Latah and Benoit County, and it's my honor and privilege to do so. And thanks so much for coming out tonight.
Thank you very much.
I'm Amara Heath, and I live in Santa, Idaho, up in Benoit County. I work in the woods. I work in salvage logging and state improvement logging. I've been a student and an advocate and an educator for the Constitution for quite some time, and I'm running to get principles happening again in Boise and get our state turned back to where it belongs under the guidelines for how states are supposed to operate. Thank you.
Thank you.
Well, so many happy faces out there, don't worry. My name is Bill Gosling. I am a candidate for the House of Representatives, District 5A. Many of you already know me. I'm a veteran. I've gone to school at the University of Idaho, got my doctorate in education, and then I went to the Muscle School Board for 4 years, followed by the State Charter Schools Commission, and finally by the State Board of Education. So I understand education, and it is one of the major issues that we do have in front of us today. My current position is that of the CASA guardian ad litem for 9 foster children. If you really want to see what's happening in our community, be a CASA record. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.